Okay. Setting up. Sure. All right, setting up. Gonna be a short stream because we've got a scrum tonight and I did some other things, but there we are. Splash screen is off. Bah. Nothing else that should be done. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna try and get some semblance of this done. I've been looking into other tools for Unreal Engine and stuff, so... yeah. Okay. Been spending a lot of time doing some research, which means watching YouTube videos, but yeah. Where's my curve? I had a curve here. There it is. Hello. So we are going to use this everywhere. Isn't that wonderful? This is going to be incredibly boring. Well, we'll see. These are very important, and they are very placeholder, but still do for now. We are on 50. Yeah, I should be fine. Also, in this branch, the HUD is a little broken because the thing was broken and then a merge didn't happen yet, so there we are. These guys there. I don't like that. OBS is like flickering a little bit. Do I need to know anything about this? No, I'm just gonna pop out the chat. I'm just gonna minimize. And it takes it with him. That's nice. Very nice. Why is it flickering like that? It's annoying. Whatever. That doesn't save me anything. Okay. So we need to be a little careful here. Go. So this is a very preliminary curving of the things, because half the time this is going to be rather important for the movement across the map, and this is why we try to keep things the size they are. Now we can just do this. And yeah, no, these are textured, but if the tool I've been looking at works, then we might get out of the Stone Age with the level design here, which would be cool. I don't know why my OBS keeps flickering in the background. Oh well. Go. See if I can speed run the curving of this place, and I don't think we're gonna get it into the scrum today, but which is the meeting we get where we are very serious about everything, totally not just play the game. I still need to turn the footage we have from last scrum into a thing, but we've been a little bit under the weather this week, so it's not that I didn't want to do those things, it's more like I didn't have the energy capacity for it, which was fun. There we go. Run this guy. It's handy when the only asset you have is this thing. And that's kind of the weird thing, that it does so much for it. It is a very functional element. Yeah, because I do want to put this down here as well. Oh, missed. Go. So yeah, this is kind of annoying for me because I don't like making a corner like that. Sure, smarter people will get solutions for me at some point. There we go. And then we can do the same up here. These things are large, by the way. They are larger than a person. But, well, even now it's easy to miss them. So we don't want to do that. We want to get that here. There you go. This is just filling in the blanks. I do have corner pieces. I do. But it's gonna take too much time. Like I have a piece to close the gap here. But that's, I could grab it. Is it gonna matter? It is, because yeah, that's fine. So that is corner. There we go. Other corner piece. I think it's this one. How tall you are. There we go. It's not that side. I always mess up. This way. That way. There we go. It fits. So now there's 2 meshes in the entire thing. So I can no longer say it's 1. Okay, well, that just worked. Okay, that's fine. Go. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll do this part as well. Go. Keep, keep. Oh, it's the wrong side, isn't it? Oy. And there, and again, I really don't like what it's doing here, but this is cooler, more handy. So we'll just acquiesce. Boink. That's fine, that's a really important curve, because that facilitates all of this. Then these guys as well, might as well. There we go. Yeah, 1 down. I should just really put everything on 100. I'm just gonna grid on 100 because it's. I don't think 50 is gonna be irrelevant, and if it does, then well, we'll adjust. There we go. Do we want that around? What do we want around? I want around almost everything. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about balance implications here. I'm just gonna try and get everything in a mobile state so I can see where the map's falling apart. There we go, and now I'm going to do something up. Hey, hello. Hi, Lumber. Did you see the tool that Fixus dropped in the tech channel? Because I watched an entire tutorial. Well, I posted the tutorial that he made, the guy who made it made. I don't even care if it's in like, what is it, 0.07? I think I need it. Yes, I mean, these are people who glorify Hammer, and Hammer for me was an awful experience because I had to catch up to like a decade of mapping when I started using it. But I'm a mature person and I can see the merits, and I will conquer that trauma I have. So maybe we should just start using that. It creates meshes, you see. Yeah, the mapping tool. It creates meshes, so it doesn't have the issue with cube grid that this is now a single massive block, and I could like add these curves to like the mesh melange, let's say, because this is right now, you know, a solid block of horribleness, of triangulated. Hello, Buried Bones. Yeah, Hammer is good in the context of, the thing is, when I was working on it, we were using it as a better BSP tool for the game I was working on back then. So I had to like learn it from scratch, but not in the context of Swords, just in the context of Hammer and making gray boxing BSPs for a arena shooter type game, right? So I can see why people loved it in the deserts that existed, right? So that's why, because what I'm doing here is everything except optimal and correct and professional and all the adjectives, but it's what I got right now, just to make quick things that we can use to shoot each other in. And the fact that basically everything that goes into the map is important for movement is quite a big deal. Down. Because before I started the stream, I actually ran around the map a little bit. Plus every mapper got to say stop hammer time. Yes, that's also compulsory, and after a while, it's a pathological thing, so it's not healthy. Also, I think I figured out why everything was slowing down and why nobody else has had the problem, I suspect. Because when I booted up, so I switched branches because I've been, I use GitHub Desktop now. I am off the command line. I will now be able to be part of the 21st century. But the slowdown, I think, has got to do with the state of the game and the amount of texture streaming it initially takes. So if I start my play session, let's say, if I press play here, and I'm like overlooking this, then it loads all of that into memory, maxes out, and it lags everything out. So I think it's just legitimate lag, because if I'm in an enclosed space, that doesn't happen. So it's a texture streaming maximum thing in an unoptimized editor. So that's as far as that goes. So it's not really a problem or a thing to look into. It's just because I have too many things on this map. I should just work in clean environments. But, well, that's my pathology. And I should also be doing this, but with the orthograph, but it's, yeah, you can't, not with QGrid. So I'm just gonna, we do not eyeball it, but we do actually. There we go. Okay, so that's been done. Let's grab these. There we go. Also, the mapping tool that was showcased has texturing tools and actually has single face texturing tools, which is also a thing. One of the reasons why I haven't textured anything, because then you don't need to UV the entire asset, which is insane. Shall I get it right the first time? It's this way. There we go. Ideally, this drop down, this whole thing should be an asset, like a tube or something. But consider this the proto stage. It should be one of what are they called again? One of these guys. But I don't know how big these are. So this one is very small, of course. It's basically something you can boolean into the wall. That would be cool. And I also have the acid versions of them over here. What do I... Funnel? Yeah. These are the acid versions. So if I were to make like a really big one of these, like so, and replace this entire area, so it would be somewhere, no, it would be in here basically. That's gonna be the end stage of this probably. Maybe even the ends are just mirrored, so 2 assets. Wow. 3 assets. The ends and the extendable or repeatable middle. Yeah. Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, you can break them up. I also think I have those. So you have the head, then the middle, and then the bottom. Yeah. Right here, I just have the single ones because I was still experimenting. But yeah, we need standardized area, because there's gonna be so many times where we're gonna have an entry point, a connector, and an exit. So we do need that. You can mirror geometry using negative scale. Yes, thank you. I would never think of that, because that's very much a math thing. Actually, it was really funny. Wedge was showing me his hex map and stuff, and he had a hexagons in the hex map, of course, these basalt things. Also for me, it's just so much easier to just drag and drop this, then go into scaling in the side and then doing minus. Yeah. So, or I guess you could just, yeah, then I have to eyeball exactly how many steps. So, so he had a hexagon. Now the thing is, the hexagon, I don't know exactly how he did it. I think I don't even want to think about it, but the origin of the hexagon was in the center, and that meant he didn't scale it on the grid, so the edges of the hexagons were like a couple of tens of units off the grids on every side, and I'm like, That's the whole, he did the whole map like that, and I'm like, no, because of course you get little bumps and you get little toe snaps and yeah. And I told him like, oh yeah, well, it's really easy. You can just go into the modeling tool, take a cylinder, right? Radial slices, put them to 6, right? And then I'll put this over here so I can actually do the viewport here. So, you know, so the origin is indeed in the middle, right? Let's make this a little bit bigger. I think I made the radius 115 or something. Yeah, 115 will fit exactly in between, right? That's good. This is how you can't save the edges. You can't do that. You can't save this and this. You can't do that, right? Maybe there are ratios to do that, but I don't know. Didn't look. So, but his were of course 100. So then it aligned on these edges, but it didn't align here. So it's, you couldn't stack them. I guess you could. Can you just stack them? Hang on, let's see here. If I do this and I do this, can you? No, you can't, can you? See, this is where it starts falling apart. So you can do this. What's the? Yeah, no, it's just screwed, right? And his response when I said like, hey, you don't, you know, his response was, I said like, I'm sorry, but the diagnosis is you're gonna have to do math. And his response was, I was a theater kid, which, you know, I relate to because I'm not very much of a math person either. But I'll be honest, I didn't do any math. I just dragged and dropped like I always do. So on the cylinder. Where am I? Can I can't actually? Okay, I just have to find it. So that's why I just grabbed this and I just started scaling by hand to see what came close enough to the grid, and I'm like, oh, there you go. And then it's 15.98 and whatever. So honestly, so 15 is just off the grid. So I should really just be doing 16, I think. And then it's just off, right? So that's kind of awful, but yeah. This is close enough, I guess. 116, what was it? 0.98, which is, no, that's too much. It's 15, right? 15.98. It's too much. 7. This is a pointless exercise. Yeah. Yeah. What tunes? This is in fact the man I was talking about. Wedge is our sound engineer, so he shouldn't be anywhere near the map making tools, but we can't seem to stop him because he has access to the branch. So really, it's on us to, we have to up our security a little bit. So Wedge is making, has the music up. So he, well, has made some tracks already. And actually, because I think, because my branch isn't 100% updated yet. So yeah, and Lumber, don't worry. Oh wait, I'm gonna remove this for a sec. Gonna close this. You don't hear any music? Honey? Great. It should have saved, right? Wait. My desktop audio is transmitting, right? So you should be hearing. Yes. Restore. Very quiet, okay. Not successfully checked out. Oh, fuck. That was a bad crash. I hadn't had one of those. I mean, it should be like half. Hang on. What I could do. Make it a bit louder, because otherwise it feedbacks into my mic. That's why, because I'm using my speakers. Switch to this. Alright, yeah, I am loud, of course. Now, I could probably pull it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's see what actually got salvaged from the save here, because please don't tell me that everything I've been doing in the last half hour is dissipated. There we go. That should make the music a little louder. Now where did the map go here? Oh, thank fuck. Okay. The things I did were saved, but it feels like I did lose some. That's audible? Thank you. Okay. How's that with my voice? Am I still... Hello. How's it going? Well, I actually wanted to show the new stuff in the branch. Hang on. And hope I don't crash again. And what I was about to say before was, don't worry that there's no HUD. There we go, see? Now this is slow-mo, see? It's slow motion because it's over budget. And then if I go inside... it should fix itself. It was very strange before. Like the first launch I did, everything's slow motion. And I'm still over budget even though I'm in a textureless environment. I have to press the line, I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. That's probably why I crashed earlier as well. The thing is, it's hard to press the line because... there you go. It's a little bugged right now because there's no HUD and stuff. So okay, there we go. I'm gonna turn down the sound a little bit so you can actually hear the new explosions. And see the new explosions as well, using Nanite, one of our Dragon Laser, our newest, one of the newer members. So the explosion is different every time because it's Nanite. I love the little implosions. There's a little bit of an issue with the grenade launcher. Oh wow, that actually, again, I'm slowed down. That put me over budget, really? Jesus Christ. Flagging. The explosion on this is a bit bright. yeah, it's more like fireworks. It's a bit much. This is the same. This is still a thing, and this is a thing. So, can I F10 out? Yeah. So yeah, the HUD on this branch is fucked, but I believe it's already been fixed. It's just that I haven't gotten the update yet. Let's try the heavy here. So, oh, that one doesn't work yet. Oh, yeah, no, there it is. Wow. Preparing shaders. Whoa. My machine is struggling, guys. My poor little 2080. Yeah. There you go. Explosions are a lot better as well now. That's yeah, work in progress. So the chain, it's dislike the gun that charges its rate of fire the longer you shoot it. Yeah, that's because it's a chain gun, and it's required because it's also the effects on this one haven't really been changed yet. That's important because this is one of the strongest weapons in the game historically, right? So if it's too strong, it becomes too easy to get people out of the air who are in a trajectory, right? If you're on the map and you're flying around, you have a very predictable curve. If you have a bullet weapon, you can just chain someone out of the air, and TA had a big problem with that and balancing those because of that. So you do need, and the original games had that wind up. It actually had, I believe, it didn't fire during the wind up. Here it does fire during the wind up. Or am I mistaken? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, so there's definite considerations and reasons why the weapons are the way they are, because they are borrowing from a lot of data that exists from the previous iterations of the FPS-Z as a whole. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna properly save this now, by the way, because yeah, so I need to. I rebooted my computer recently. The editor is just draining my card of its life force, which isn't really great. Can I just grab this one? This one should be fine, right? And turn the music up a little bit more now. Yeah, eventually there was a kind of balance, but The thing is, like, at that point, the community was ruined anyway, because there were like the people who only wanted like non-chain fights and stuff like that, and there was maybe a place for a kind of weapon, but I mean, I didn't mind it, it was easy. But after a while, it's like, yeah, I want to challenge myself and actually only use the chains, and so you start honor fusing, right? One of the most ill-understood decisions by the community, by the developer. Do I want all of this to be curved? I think I do. Yeah. Because honor fusing wasn't the point, it was a cry for help. Fix a problem. Right? And people don't always know the solution. But having the actual weapon that was still reviled. Let's not say that the chain gun was perfectly balanced and everyone thought it was fine, but it was balanced in some way. Oh, that went somewhere else. Ah. We're gonna, I think, because tonight on the meeting we're gonna have an interesting discussion about the sort of deathmatch we're gonna be having, and then also the kind of weapons that will exist in addition to the ones that we know and love. Because one of the biggest conundrums is I really want a lightning gun. And of course you can say that it's just a close range, in every aspect better version than a chain gun. So, but of course you have to look at what the design intent of the lightning gun is. Not per se what the intended use was at the very start, but what it isn't used for now in duels and stuff in high level play. And that is usually a finisher, or because the lightning gun is a dangerous weapon to use in the sense that you are dealing damage over time, whereas the player could deal burst damage to you with a rail or a rocket or whatever, right? So you have to have an advantage, a positional advantage. Big problem with implementing such a thing in a FPSD is, of course, obviously, for a lot of the time your trajectory is very predictable. Leading a lightning gun would be the easiest thing in the entire fucking universe. So hence the chain gun being so restricted, right? So that'll be an... I've got ideas for how that might work. Yeah. Knickknacks. Yes. The elf, the design of the elf, like, there's a lot of things you can do. I don't necessarily want too many energy draining weapons or things that do things to that, because one of, and this is just mostly me, but one thing I abhor is if you have a movement game and you have things that take away that, right? It is your resource management, and it's not really up to the other player to take away the resources that you've managed. But in terms of design, what I do see as potential is you only damage at the end of it, for instance, you know, or when you break when you break the chain, or you activate, you burn a person, and within the time frame of X seconds, you record the damage that it would do and then apply it. But there's a lot of, yeah, I have many ideas, but again, like, these are one of the few hills, except for the ones I make myself, that I will die on. I don't want reduction of agency of the player. And you can play around with those concepts. You can toy around with that, with energy drain and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it always feels bad, right? And you might want to always deal damage. If you have both, then you're winning twice. Of course, and again, like, that kind of weapon, although it wasn't very popular, I guess, the elk gun, because there were better alternatives, i.e. the chain gun. But the idea is that you expose yourself because you're tracking, you're dealing damage over time, you're not dealing burst damage. You can't duck away because you're applying that damage then. But it also, and again, going back to normal Quake and stuff, the lightning gun usually comes out in a lot of sense as a finisher, right? As when an opponent has made a tactical mistake, has made a positional mistake, that they can be LJ'd. They can be lumberjack. Lightning gun to LG'd. There you go. The lumberjack is a different weapon. But don't worry, he's okay. This is awful, by the way. These placements are absolutely terrible. And I don't have a piece for this, and I'm not gonna make it now. But we are on the clock. I have about an hour, then I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna prep the scrum, so... Like code all night, code all day? Yeah. There's a joke about merge requests in there somewhere, but I gotta find it. Although you could maybe make a pun off of clothing coding. Why isn't that a suspiciously straight corner? That will not do. No. Oh yeah? Nobody saw anything. Oh god, there's more. They're everywhere. Ah! Okay. Damn, I kept beat and pressed once too much. Mr. Fuck Google. Yes, this is official Broadside music made by Wedge. Also known for breaking my maps and the physics of the game. Not the music, the man. He's also been known to make tubes. Which is funny because when we first started talking music, immediately Unreal Tournament came up. But this is, for me, feels more like Sonic Mayhem. Which is not a bad thing. Yeah, I'm just doing generic fucking corners. Not gonna think about anything special. I'm just making bathtubs right now, which some of you might appreciate. Make you nostalgic for last year. Wait. Oh. So that's off center. It's not aligned. But it was because it was one off. Okay. Heresy. It also bothers me that some of these songs have been stuck in my brain for the last week as well, so... And it gives Wedge untold glee that he's made a brainworm. Which, I don't know if I should encourage that, but... They are catchy. They are good on a loop, because I've been listening to them quite a bit. And I am very, very bad when it comes to music in terms of repetition. And these haven't actually bothered me. Which is a bigger achievement than he'll ever understand, so there you are. This part is very, very Unreal Tournament though. Then it comes... They wedged it into your brain? I was never going to say that. I don't want to... The puns have become unbearable. Yeah, right. Am I going to hunt for the corner piece again? We look for corn and find a corner. There we go. Damn it. Hey! Wait a minute. You need corner ramps? I need... Yes, I know. I need these. We're going to do something incredibly unholy. I need... This needs to be 45 in it. Brain don't math well. 15, yeah, so should be 15. This is the one. This is the one that's in my brain. That's good enough, right? Oh Lord. I don't want to think about this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh god. I hate everything about this. Holy shit. There we go. Unholiness. Yeah. Okay, let's go away and just pretend that never happened. Now, when I was first starting back up in Unreal Engine 5 when this project started, I did take the time, by the way, to make booleans that cut out corners and like made everything pretty, and then I realized the unholy fucking mess it made in the way the mesh was made, so I stopped doing that. Again, I think that... So, LJ, have you seen the video now of the tool, which is in like super early alpha? I feel like I'm just gonna start using it. I think at least the meshes will be cleaner, so anyone who needs to come after me and clean shit up is not gonna have a stroke. There we go. You skimmed it? Alright. Skimmed the whole 7-minute video. I mean, it does what terrain mapping tools should do, right? I mean... I've gotten used to this, even though it's very limited. And by no means, well, actually, I have no idea what the professional standards for map making is. The vibe I was getting from the video, at least, is that, well, nobody's really making maps like this anymore, right? Yeah, the piece doesn't fit. Don't worry about it, Botane. It doesn't fit. This is just... You saw nothing. Okay. I'm just going to random places. Yeah, I don't know, like... If I look at a lot of games that are like semi-arcadey or whatever, like a Marvel Rivals or something, then almost everything is custom-made mesh. And it is not abstract like this, right? So there's very few abstract games that would even consider this to be acceptable, right? I don't have a concept artist's concept. It actually stopped. Look at that. Didn't we just hear this one? Yeah. So, like maybe using Progen or other. Yeah. The thing is, like, I feel like a lot of maps right now in, let's say, AAA games are made off of concepts. The assets are made, and almost all of them are based on having flat surfaces, right? Because your movements are abilities. Like, I've been watching a little bit of Marvel Rivals because some friends of mine have been playing it, and I don't think I can play that game. Not when I'm working on this. And the thing is, the abilities are centered around a flat surface. Hulk does a jump. He has a curve that he jumps, and ta-da, the jump has been made, yeah? Looking to test today, specific today for the scrum. In terms of testing, I'm sort of turning in my homework a little late, Agatha, because I told Wedge already, but I've been a little under the weather this week because I've got a histamine intolerance and sometimes I get a flare-up. So I've been heavily medicated. So I'm sort of turning in my a homework in late. I have a thing. I'm gonna see how far I get, and then maybe cram it into the last build. I'll maybe throw, if I have time, I'll throw it in Showcase. I don't know how far along I'll be, because I wanted to make a remake of Showcase. Yeah, the network fix, that would be cool if we see the stuttering and stuff, if that's which was visual stuttering, everyone. It wasn't to do with the actual netcode. It was, or at least I don't know. I'm lying. I don't know. There was some concern. Also, performance testing on the explosions, because I want to see if my 2080 survives. In an editor environment, the new explosions are somewhat harping on... well, they're demanding a lot of my poor little thing here. But in terms of Scrum, I do also want to talk about... actually have a face-to-face discussion about the deathmatch and what direction we want to go. I don't know if you've replied to me this morning. I made a little reply because you guys started talking about some really in-depth shit and it was 2 a.m. for me. And I just had a 3-hour D&D session and I had to like gather my thoughts to defend my point of view on the deathmatch thing. I'm like, ah! Every time I'd finished tying up my synapses, you guys were 30 messages in, so... maybe with a little bit more brain capacity we can talk about where we want it. I don't have a hard plan set, right? I do want to have a Quake-style deathmatch with pickups, but what exactly the minutiae of that are going to be, I don't really care, because I've seen a lot of AFPSs die discussing those minutiae, like, and a lot of people being very opinionated about the minutiae of deathmatch. I don't think any you guys have any intent to do that. I don't have any intent to do that either. But yeah, like, if I had to list up the arena shooters that just were a little bit different and all of them died anyway. Yeah, the dock was a good starting point, but then it again, like, exactly how, because I don't want to really. Yes, LJ. Actually, Lumberjack, if you would have been around for the Reflex era, man, you probably wouldn't have survived, or at least you would have, like, imagine. Because I don't know how much you care about arena shooters or how connected you've been, but those were some wild times. Yeah, that's fine. Like, the thing is, like, the one thing I do want to try, which I think has been a big problem. The one thing is, a lot of the stuff we tried with Rect, me and Vormulac and Killinger and stuff back in the day, they came up with a system that didn't have armor, didn't have damage reduction, so you don't have to worry about balancing that, right? Like, Quake 1 was insane with 25, 50, and 75 reduction. I think Quake 3 is like a flat reduction, but then you have to balance your weapons in time to kill depending on what the stacks are and stuff. If everything is health, you know exactly how much damage something's gonna deal, right? But because we have splash damage, a lot of splash damage, so that's probably going to be enough of a hassle to do. So if you have health and shield, and shield shares a resource with the, well, with your jetpack and your movement and stuff, I think that's complex enough. So the armors would just be health pools, right? And then of course weapon pools. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it later when I don't have the streamer privilege here. I'm not gonna make this exact, am I? Okay. Good enough! Really just trying to finish this. Half an hour, fuck. Definitely gonna miss some things. Ah, where am I? What's happening? And wait. Yeah, wait is also a thing. Actually, that I am using and scaring people who are watching the VODs. I also want to talk about the heat thing I don't know if it's gotten buried, because I'll be honest, I don't know in what context we were talking about it, but I think heat might be a thing. I think it might tie the room together like a nice rug. Jesus Christ. Still slurring my words a little. Yeah. Still a little bit on the antihistamine. Those funny things to brain. What am I doing here? Am I just ramming it through? Yeah, I think so. Ah. What sort of heat? The idea was, and hi everyone, if you're watching this is exactly some kind of stage we are in development, talking about these things. That's, oh right, it was in the clip discussion. It was in the Ammo Clip magazine discussion, where you would just have a global heat thing that's sort of stood in as reloads, because it slows down your rate of fire or speeds it up regardless. So the average firing of the weapon would come out identical, but you do it with heat generation instead. And that's how you could do indoor weapons, because indoor weapons would generate more heat, so they would be fire for, they would be limited in that respect, so they could be more powerful in short bursts, because your engagements indoors are much shorter rather than the extended stuff that's happening outside, where you have time to like pick and choose and lead and do all those things. Yeah, because I threw that in the chat and I linked it a couple of times, but I don't think people actually caught on that I was being brilliant. But yeah. God, I hate a lot of this cornering. Yikes. Alright, so we're here. We've done these things. We've done the pit. Yeah. Fine. Shit. This is a bad idea. Placing this one is a bad idea. I don't think that's gonna mesh well with the rest, but now I'd need to corner this and stuff, and yeah, that's fine. You are correct. I could do that. Because these guys are untextured anyway, right? You want to see what happens when I put a texture on these cube grid maps. That's another thing we need to talk about, by the way. Because apparently we have a repository of 1 billion textures, and I haven't really seen many on the branches. So either we're going to have to throw them in manually, or we make a selection of things that we want to use. Yeah, exactly. So, hang on. Do I even have, like... I've got, like, no materials, huh? Personal floor mat. Okay, there we go. Yeah. See, and I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna pretend to know anything about it. I could learn it, but it's probably going to take me longer to learn than somebody can just do it. There you go. So I applied the material, and this part... Oh, I know why that is. I actually know why that is. My god. So we'll also put this here. Yeah. This you can still see where you're going, kind of. Where do I actually change the scaling? This is a very tiny little floor. I don't know how to do this. What is this? Grid. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Textures, materials, material parameters. I should look up a tutorial or something, but I haven't worked with textures in so fucking long. I used to make like landscape materials in UDK and yeesh. That's the last time I touched them. Alright. This is a straight corner. How dare it exist? Could probably made a big amount. It's not gonna be relevant a lot. Go. Yeah, top as well. Not gonna worry about the diagonals. There we go. Grab this guy. I have a corner piece around here. It'll be fine. Why did I do it that way? Nope. Oh. Ah! It's a straight corner. It needs to be fixed. Destroyed it. There we go. Now, if anyone's wondering why this is not just a meme, okay? These are very operational shapes because they are deflecting walls that you can use to then jump off of this wall and then bounce off of that wall and continue on. It redirects you, right? The curves here, they also redirect you, but at a 90-degree angle. These guys do it at a 45-degree angle. So that's what making all of this a bitch is, because that's non-trivial. And if these environments seem very simple, that is, yes, because they are. Because we need to figure out how far we can get with decoration. And figure out the base movement rules of the game we're making. Basically, it's sort of, I don't know. Accounting for, or I guess designed by emergent gameplay in terms of we have this movement now, let's see what it can do. And worry about the consequences later, which we've already encountered. Because, well, I'm not gonna call wedging as big as skiing, but it is definitely it's adjacent. And it's like, are we keeping it? Because the whole idea is to make this game easier by introducing these mechanics, and then and then suddenly you get an emergent gameplay thing that allows you to double your speed, basically. Well, not double, but still increase it significantly. And it's like, well, I'm actually not going to put one on the bottom here, because I feel like you always are already going somewhere here. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I just said. Like, not everything needs to be curved, but I need to make sure, like, it's easier to place them all now and then remove some of them than to go bump, oh, let's place one here, oh, bump, let's place one here, right? If something feels wrong or annoying, if you go to pipes now, well, treble, yeah, true. Then you have to perform it several times. I'm also of the opinion that we probably want to make our pipes a little oblong, or at least like straight pieces to it, so you can do it easier. So everybody's gonna want to do that, and if it's like down to tiny margins, then we are going to, as Donkey might put it, we run into an onboarding issue, right? There we go. I'm just gonna leave this like that. This is fine. The travel areas definitely, you know, benefit from having everything cornered. What? That's not the button I pressed. Wait, I did that wrong. Lol. There we go. Yeah, fucked again. Yeah, it makes the map look better. Makes it look like I had a plan of some kind. Because, well, again, I'm very well aware of the memeability of the things I say sometimes, but I was going to try and make this a very simple map. And we pivoted to exploring verticality. Yeah, this is problematic, so I'm gonna pretend that isn't there. Okay, so what are we missing? It's funny what a single mesh can do, right? Or two. I'm using two meshes here, right? It's all functional, baby. I didn't fail, actually. We were talking about I was running around. Let's start there somewhere else. So that whole discussion about the viability of PUBG versus competitive maps and the ability for people to take in a single room and understand what's going on there, and that connects to the complexity. Well, if you have transitioning effects on your map and you, like, if you look at this part, for instance, you see the levels clearly, 1, 2, 3, right? The corners make things a bit more complex, but you have like a big power up on this pillar or something, right? And there isn't much difficult things happening here. If you know, this is a very simple setup. If each possible scene you can make here, or entry point, is simple enough, right? Of course, it connects to a much more complex thing, but once you start moving around, see this, again, this room actually doesn't have a single curve yet. I feel like this room needs a bit more, but maybe not. Maybe it's just, again, a transit area, right? There's nothing spectacular, and my worry is that combat might be a bit too simple, but because we have these giant explosions happening all the time. So I actually, when I was looking at Marvel Rivals, for instance, in those maps, they are, because they do, I guess, work on a similar system in terms of there's a thing in this room, but there's so much visual clutter. And it is very difficult to sometimes see, like, okay, what can I do in this room? Where can I go, right? It still has the verticality, but a lot of the time the verticality is completely pointless because only certain characters can engage in it or something like that. I don't know. I'm of the opinion that there is a certain elegance still to all of this. I did it again. Wow, that was far. That's when I misclick and I throw my camera outside of the map instead of duplicating this thing. There we go. This definitely needs to be around, by the way, because there's no way around it. That was an unintentional pun. We good? Yeah. I like the silly little sound effects in this one. Yeah, definitely still need this. But maybe not. Yeah. That is fine the way it is. This is fine. Maybe we just not have this here. There should be something here. What happens if... Because I've already done this. That comes out there. What is here? I've got a lot of room here. Oh god. Okay, this is a pit. Is it going to be a base? No. Well, I won't say no, because my idea is to have deathmatch maps basically become the bases. So whatever we're learning here, I mean, it is complex. No, it is a very simple map. It has no complexity whatsoever. It would be cool to have this as a base, right? This is like a proper fucking map. And to maybe cut some holes here and there and make an entry point, like voila, there you go, you're outside of the base, yeah. That would be cool. It is currently just a box though, so it doesn't have any outside aesthetics. But it certainly could be a thing. But yeah, so for now the design goal is to make a map that we can shoot ourselves in. And, or mostly other people. And see how the game behaves with the weapons they have. And of course, deathmatch is the easiest way to do that, right? And wow, this is a big mistake. Let's turn that one there. Boink, boink. There we go. So right now, yes, random deathmatch map. Could it be a base? Yes, because again, also we are probably going to reuse a lot of the work we do. There's very small team right now. But yeah, this is an experiment more than anything right now. I think I like this place, so I want to do something here. This annoys me. I want this to go somewhere. But not there, because we literally have a hole there, so it would be really silly to have one there. It basically goes the same space. This, however, is maybe a little bit more fun, because then we come out here. But this is already quite tightly packed, so that would be sad. God. Here. Yeah. Yeah. This. Go there. Go down. That might be a thing. Not here. But over there. I think if we start designing actual bases, we have to think more about flow and usability. Like, does this make sense as a base? Yes. However, not a hard counterpoint, but I posit. Lore-wise, everything is designed to be functional as arenas. right? So right now, this is completely abstract. I agree that you must have like a vehicle bay, a spawn bay door, or whatever, but by definition, everything is just made to be a functional arena, right? So right now, this is just Quake and Unreal silliness, even though Unreal also had themes to their maps, right? Although sometimes the concept was a bit stretched indoors, right? Because avert your eyes, children, because this didn't port quite well. But, you know, okay, we have Radio Tower. That's the official name of this map, right? So you've got always, and yeah, the normals are a bit screwed here. So this is the pickup. This is the area here. Go in there. It's sad that the normals sort of wigged out. But the interior doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't have any functional purpose, right? It's just, we're doing things. Because Phobos, right? God, it's really disorienting to come through here when the normals are fucked. And then here as well, like, oh yeah, we've got some antenna, sure. Then we have a thing, a tower that we place a thing on. And there we go. Here's the elevator. Broadside. So yeah, the interiors, I mean, that's the one thing though that I agree is a problem, but I want to see how far we can take it without addressing it. Is that I don't have stairs, I don't have walkways. Where did this go? Because this staircase is like properly screwed. Wow. Yeah. Oh look, they have a singular curve here. Look at that. So the normal human accessibility, let's call it, isn't really here, right? Oh, this is it because this was a teleporter? I don't... Man, my memory of Phobos is a little flawed. And then this port is a little bit better. Wherever this map is called, I can't remember right now. But this is of course because it's like, yeah, right. We this had this. You cannot leave. Because everything, all the triangles are on the outside, right? But this is also very simple. It has a thing. It has some aesthetics going on. Yeah. Doesn't really have much going on. This. Don't think this was very popular. And it's cheated with teleporters. Anyway, back to my box. So yeah, aesthetically, outside, great. Interiors don't really have to give a shit. Because it's all built to be an arena. Don't know if that's how much leeway that's gonna give me with the general public, but the biggest problem is once you start moving around in this place, it works because, you know, it's made to be moved in, not to be aesthetically regarded. That's what I liked about the Quake 1 maps as well, is just they were just there, man. This is fine. I'm not gonna curve that because it's too small anyway. Yeah, I was building a hole. I was digging a hole. This is what is most important in life. We're here, and we want to go there and then there. Here's. So, let's ruin the map. Hello, William. Cuba Grid. I do wish to use a different thing. Pretty much that plugin would be wonderful. Okay, are we... Hang on. How much of a stupid are we gonna be? Because this was functional, right? Yeah. Kinda. Okay. Do you envision the DMTM maps to have outdoor areas at all, or fully enclosed? Will there be chatbots? Magia the chicken phobia. The Shazbot is already there. So Dagada, to answer your question. Where did I put it? No. There. Is it bad that I lose entire maps? So enter whatever this is. Okay? This is what I was building. This is the hybrid. If I say a hybrid map, this is what I mean. Okay? So it has a very small terrain. This is a very small terrain. And I have things like tumors growing on the terrain. And yes, I want this to be a thing. The reason why I did the other one first, I was working on this during another stream. I'm not feeling it. I know what I want to do, but I'm not feeling it right now. And I first had to make this, I think, is how that worked. Because I needed to explore verticality more. That's what I'm going with right now, because the initial idea was to make a very simple 3-tiered map. And opinions vary on whether or not I succeeded in making a simple map. But I do feel like this is the most unreal map I've made so far. Because that thing, I think, it's been subconsciously like in my brain. What? Facing worlds? Where? Oh, that whole thing. So this has been in here for a very long time, and the vibes are a thing. So yeah. So, small spoiler for people, we do have jump pads, and I actually polled like the T3 competitive community a while ago, and the two maps they wanted were Facing Worlds and Longest Yard, so I'm gonna have to make... They are gonna be made, but I will... They're like so simple. It's so easy to also screw up, so I want to make a homage that is recognizable, but isn't plagiarism. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, so serious face for a moment. We have 400. We have a number that is bigger than 400, and then I assume we have 400 again. Damn it. 800. So, yeah. The biggest meter, exactly. Facing yards. Oh god. That's not bad. I shouldn't encourage you. Alright, so why is this 900? Oh, because that's 16 and this is 1,000 now, yeah. Okay, is this big enough? Not big enough, not big enough for both of us. Steps of 4. Facing yards, okay. What's the, If I put facing yards into Google Translate, it says antennas. That's actually not a bad name. But I think it misunderstood me. Because it's antenna. How? Against the naval forces? What the fuck? I think okay, it's oh, there's Wedge. Hi, Wedge. Thing is, though, facing yards implies that I'm going to combine the two. I don't think I don't think the world's ready for that. It might just, you know, it might be damaging to the arena community to have those two maps in one. I just couldn't bear it. So this is definitely 900 now, huh? I'm gonna have to do that. That's awful. Yeah. Hi, Wedge. You've had some compliments on the noise in the background, and it's been. I think I know the songs by heart now. Like the lyrics are very very interesting. Wait, am I? I'm just too low still, aren't I? Yeah. Ah, it's a lot of room. This one especially. Da, da, da. Yeah, you bastard. Am I ruining things already? Oh, this is very close. Wait, am I? Oh no, I've broken through. It's only being held together by the meshes underneath. Yep. That's not good. And there it is. Yeah. 900 is a bad number. Because that means I'm off alignment. Wedge knows all about that now. After I broke his heart, or at least broke his brain with math. No, don't select this. Why are you selecting this? Want this selected? Want the whole thing selected? Rah. Okay. Oh god. Don't look. Ba ba. No, Wedge, actually earlier, if you scroll back in the VOD maybe, I gave you a genuine compliment. I've said it before, perhaps, but I have a very, very bad time with repetitive music, or at least, you know, listening to things over and over in a loop. Haven't had that with this. Don't know what that means, but that doesn't happen to me very often. Usually my playlists are like 2,000 songs and then I'm like, damn it, I've already heard this one before. Yeah. See this, it being 9, no, I'm not gonna do it. Gotta close it up. 800. Everything's fine then. See? I need to clean up my toy room. Yes. You are correct. Is it going to happen? Okay, let's see what happens. 1,000 here. Yeah, there we go. Now we have perspective, because now this is gonna be... It doesn't matter that much here. I do wonder why it fucking stops playing. It's still Discord doing that. Honestly, the mess I left, maybe the reason why I couldn't focus. Where is it? Yeah. This place, I left a bit of a mess. I do not recommend anyone going into AFPS indoors, because this is, of course, my indoor making map. Right? Just making sure. Oh. Speed. Yeah. Now where was I? I was digging a hole. Not here. Just a... I know this map. This map is simple and elegant, and anyone can really quickly find their way. I was here, wasn't it? Yeah, there you go. See, I knew where I was. Preposterous. Yeah, so this is a hole now. Congratulations, you are a hole. And then... good luck with the game. Hopefully you good bases and make fun to play, not just about flag running. Yeah, the game's pretty much done. We're just gonna put a couple of alliance heads and that is it. But thanks. Dexter? Trying to pronounce names is always fun. But it's definitely not just going to be a black flag running. We are indeed. Hence the video said CTF is going to be there. Can go around that, but it's not going to be the way we bring people into the genre. Right? It's for the people who want to play CTF, especially base CTF and all that. There will be flag-based activities, of course, but hence this focus on DM first to just get the movement out of the way, you know. I'm gonna do something weird here. I think, yes, I am. So it was 400. All right. Didn't actually denote. Yeah. Hey, Pryoff, hello. Yeah, Mystical Rush, thanks for that as well. We really want to get to the testing phase. Getting there. Closer and closer every day. And yeah. Just join the Discord, hang tight. And we'll be... the first tests we do are going to be very rough and with a strict alpha movement evaluation, and that's gonna be about it, right? We're gonna have combat in it, of course, and gonna be able to shoot each other, but it's not gonna be much more advanced than that. So it's definitely going to be for people who want to do the testing. Because we are gonna need that, because, well, Not quite AAA yet. We are aiming to go for quadruple A, of course. You just wanted to see the number 900? Okay. I can't. Everything's 800 because everything is perfect here. You see? No, okay, everything's fine. Didn't have to burn down the map. Yeah, but Wedge, that's not fair, right? Hey, congratulations! I got a congratulations from Restream because I got 100 chat messages today. Thank you so much, everyone, for yapping in my chat and distracting me while trying to finish this for the scrum, which isn't going to happen, I'm afraid. Oh well. Broadside was your favorite map in Tribes 1? Yeah, So, longest yard. Facing worlds. It would be silly not to have a Broadside equivalent in a game named after it, right? But it's like, oh god, like attempting the Mona Lisa, right? You gotta like, I need some warm up before I start on that one. Jesus. Anyone's willing to try, but whoo, that's a bit of a tall order, isn't it? I do want to do it. I just want to be further along in the revival of my map brain than I am right now. Because look at me go. This is the extent of my ability right now. Rotating meshes. Oh. God damn it. Place you the wrong side. Don't look! Why am I even streaming this? I shouldn't be streaming this. Just embarrassing at this point. I'm not gonna curve this. I'm gonna curve that. Can't curve this. Yeah. There you go. Lumberjack got his wish. We're not fully curving everything. Or, well, cornering everything. Whatever. We need a term for that. Okay. Yes. So this is a bit of a sneaky corridor. Go in there, do a thing. You can also deflect off of that maybe. Go in there, go here. Do you want? We probably do want, yes. I'm rooting for it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is like the road to recovery, right? After what happened. We are all healing. Nature is healing. It's fine. And the thing is, honestly, I got into the whole mapping thing because of arguing with people online. Ergo, trying to fix the sniping problem in TA. And it was all about that stuff. The maps, right? That is, to me, the maps. And then, starting on Project Freefall, I had never really opened Unreal Engine before, and I realized, oh, we need bases and stands, at least stands to start off, so I have a thing where I could put a flag and then people would see the brilliance of my map design. And then I started with the hard surface modeling. TA. Yeah, not T3. There's the only rivals are Marvel. But yeah, so TA had a big sniping problem. I was one of the problems because I was a sniper, and it was the map design that was at the core of it. Because, well, if you have, this is a bad example because this is like a base for that, for vehicles. But if you go to actual terrain, yeah, then it's losing its... There we go. Okay. Excuse me. So here, you're in the middle of the map, and you have a lot of line of sight blocking, and that was one of the things that I figured out. Like, okay, you need, you know, if you're a sniper, you want to go to the highest hill. Well, guess what? Even if you're on the highest hill, you don't have a full view of the map. You have a large view of the map, but there are still, you know, entire areas that are completely occluded. And from that basic principle, I started learning how to build height maps, first by hand. A lot of these maps are still partially like painted in freaking GIMP, because damn it, what do I do? Well, I wonder. If I still... There we go. Yeah. So this, I didn't use a terrain generator for this. It is mirrored go away with your AI stuff. So it's mirrored diagonally, as you can see. And I literally went to the GIMP on a black and white thing and used a smudge tool and the airbrush to paint this. And then I went... So then I had the bases in the hills and everything where I wanted them, then go into a terrain generator. And then you generate something from it. And then you get something like... where is it? I guess it's here now. Here. Then you get this map from it. From just hand painting the hills and adding generative erosion to it. Generative. No, it's box. We like box. I'm going back in my box. Thank you. Yeah. But in T1, also you couldn't... well, the fog and everything was so bad, there was a lot of occlusion going on as well, of course. But yeah, I had more problems, but that was my thing. And again, like the T1 terrain was a lot better because you had the natural Perlin undulations, if you know what I'm saying. So this is where I, again, know perfectly where I'm going, see? No issue. So this is a thing... This goes here, that is fine. That lands here. We are gonna make a landing here. And it's not perfect. I hate everything about it. But that's the best we're gonna do right now, because I'm not doing the thing I did over the place where I perfectly know where it is. Where that was an issue. Anyway. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now... Let's go to selection, save the hell out of this. Okay. And don't worry, yes, the game is doesn't have a HUD right now. And yeah, again, it's going over budget, huh? Why is this? Music, cool. Thank you, Tribe Striker. I didn't see your message earlier. Blame Wedge for the music. There we go. Is this better, actually? Still feels a little slow. I think I might be... Oh, you just got on. I literally, so you said that. I thought like, oh god, one guy said something in Twitch because all of my conversations are on the are on YouTube basically. So okay, hi. All right. Cool. This maybe needs an inset. I don't know. This maybe needs to be inset. Then I'll lose this then. No. It's a nice little travel area. You can route around the corner here. Then this is awful. Ah. Okay, that's bad. No, you can stay in Twitch. I mean, this no. This needs to change. That's awful. All right. It's nice though with the restream. I'm basically streaming on both. Hey, yeah, that's not bad. This is, yeah, these corners, I'm not gonna worry about the corners. And yes, the HUD is gone, and I don't know how much energy I have, so. This is fun. That is a bit more precarious. There we go, we can, if we did that right, we could have deflected off of that, but now we deflect off of this. Alright, that's, see, I wedged there. And I hit my toe. Yeah, so I wanted this one to be in the showcase, so I think I'm gonna stop now. Because I gotta go eat anyway. And then I'll just grab this, drop it in showcase. I'm not gonna... I don't know if I have time for a teleporter. I should probably do that. Anyway, I'll stop. If I don't stop now, I'm probably going to just keep running around here for the next hour or so. Actually, what? In terms of scaling... Man. Niagara is kicking my graphics card's ass. Like visibly slows it down. Oh shit. I mean, the scale's alright. This is supposed to be a larger scale, so because you're going a little faster here normal. So yeah. I failed to wedge. Yeah, the disc explosion, it has like a little bit of like an implosion thing going on. And this one is a bit bright. I feel this one is also a little bit too slow. Like it should have a bit more impact to it. It feels like a nuclear explosion, so that's nice. Hey, Barisu! I'm sorry to say, Barisu, yeah, we've been working hard on this. Well, I haven't, but yeah. Let me see if I can switch to... Yeah, switching to heavy. And... There we go. Yeah, that's definitely... I'll lower the music for a second. This is important. Yeah. That's cool. This still needs some work. I think that's still the default, right? Don't think anyone's actually done some work on that, but this is flashbang. Very flashbang. Also, Dagger, now that you're here, I think we need a bit more bounce time on the grenade, I think. Just a little bit. Yeah, Mauricio, this is disc launcher from, you know, that game series. So it's a disc and a mortar. How it lights up. I think it went into the mesh. Okay. Isn't it? Alright. This is very bright. It's so fucking bright. That's actually not that bad up there. What? So when... So instant impact, it doesn't flash as much, but if it bounces, then it lights up the entire area. So if I'm a little bit more distant... Yeah, it's only a little flash, but if it bounces, it like lights up the whole place. That's weird. Hey, alpha games, you know? Yeah. Longer time where it's allowed to bounce, yes. Actually, Reaver Scarabs are also a thing we should have definitely in this game. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, enough of that silliness. We have to do something and get this thing in a branch. Hang on. Grab that. And I believe I called this one Spire. Very inspiring. Let's make it green. Why not? And say that it is Spire. There we go. This is how we know what the maps are called. And I'll try to get this in Showcase, and then you can grab it off my branch. Because I definitely know how to do those things, of course, but, you know. On the map here. Yeah. So, Morisu, yeah, we are gonna have indoor combat. The weapons themselves are from exam. Yeah, the weapons themselves, the models aren't ours yet, they're just standard stuff. And yeah, so, Morisu, for you, because you haven't seen this yet, look. There definitely is outdoor combat. Don't worry about Phobos or Facing Worlds there. But we are gonna have deathmatch indoor maps, kind of like Quake and Unreal as well. So. And the bases will hopefully be similar to the deathmatch maps. Have a little bit more play in them. Okay, so now actually do some work here. Let me see. So I'm gonna hide this and then grab all of y'all and group. There we go. Yeah, the thing is, like the design of that Phobos base. That is actually, that's Phobos. That's Unreal Tournament 99. The actual map. We had someone, well, Crimson actually exported them from Unreal Engine, from Unreal. So it is the actual map. This is the actual Phobos map that we'll use as inspiration once the normals have cleared up, and this is actually Facing Worlds. So those are big inspirations. Right, grouped. Motherfucker. All right. Ungroup. Not you, not you, not you. How is there two? Why are there two? Shoot. Where the fuck am I? What is this weird place? Okay. Where am I? What happened? Yeah. Okay. So now I need to make sure that those fuckos aren't selected. So select this, then they are there. So now I need to undo. Okay, here. You. I need to clean up my map, okay? Yes, I hear you. I see you. I feel you. So what do we got selected? A bunch of curves. Some corner pieces. A box. That's it. Good. Is there actually like a selected thing that I could do? Yeah. Text render actor 2. Alright. So that's what we need. Now we group. There we go. What did I miss? What is box? Are you box? You are box. Okay, I should probably rename you to Spire. Okay, please rename you. The button didn't work. What can't I rename? Fine. Alright, ungroup. Fire, fixed. And then box. I rename you now, please. It's called Spire now. Okay, that's good. Spire box. Okay. So, any of you Unrealers in here know why the hell this thing is going to Narnia when I select it? It's supposed to be just this, right? What happened? What are those? Oh, that's the... What is that? Please tell me that didn't displace or something. Oh, everything's still where it's supposed to be, yeah? Yes. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, grouping. Maybe I need to group it here. No, it's got this massive box around it. I don't get it. Oh, whatever. Just gonna save. Alright. Music stopped, it shouldn't have. Let's see what happens if I copy this. Don't go there. Showcase 1. Go. And now we have core. And we are now going to paste. And yes. Cool. expire box, so it is present. Where is it though? There it is. And now the box is small. I see. I'm not going to question that. I'm going to put the other box next to the one box. It is smaller, look. I did that much at least. Let's put it just, yeah, just align it even. That would be great. There we go. There are now 2 boxes. Doesn't quite align, but that's okay. Don't well, I am gonna trap people underneath, but that's not the fun, isn't it? Go. Okay. I took that one along, that's fine. Alright. I was gonna do... Nah, it's fine. Fuck it. It's alpha. Maybe I want to remove these. Yeah. There's just floating there having a good time, but it's time to move on, everyone. There we go. Okay. Save all. Okay, with that, Negada, if you're listening, this is the only thing. By the way, I am using a different branch because Wedge did things to my branch. I've spoken to a therapist about it, but that's not really the case. What's important right now. But I'm using a different branch, which is Greth Bloodrun V2. So, and that's where Showcase 1 needs to come from. Then we have another box. There we go. All right, everyone. I'm gonna grab something to eat because in half an hour we have our bi-weekly meeting of developers. So you're not supposed to hear that. So bye-byes, everyone. Thanks for watching. And again, I'll do more regular streams, but this week I was a little bit under the weather. Hopefully next week. We'll see. I'll probably have to stream during the week because I'm working on Saturday. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everyone. And like I said, we continue working on this. Bye-byes. Oh, I'll do the professional thing. Oh.